Hi, my babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little old me will be down below in the description box. You don't have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Hi, my babies. Hi, my babies. Hi. I hope everyone's doing well and swell, well and swell. We about to go ahead get into this video, y'all, but quick announcements, quick reminder. Everything Queen Alchemy is 30% off until the end of February for the Queen Alchemy birthday sale. All you have to do is enter in all caps HBD30 to get that 30% off, and you will get a raffle ticket in your package to enter you into a Queen Alchemy raffle to win a free Queen Alchemy prize. So, I know this is not how y'all are like used to me doing this, but I'm like legit in the middle of taking my hair out. And if I didn't do it this way, y'all just won't gonna get this video for like probably another month. So we're gonna just go ahead and get it out the way and do it this way. And I am ready to get this done. Okay. So we're actually gonna start with the summer before 12th grade. So I had got a job over the summer and it wasn't the best, but I was making my own money. And at the end of the 11th grade school year, I had a homegirl that lived out the same neighborhood as me. We're going to call her BB. And she had asked me to talk to my homeboy, and we're going to call him Palm Tree, because they had broke up and he was tripping. But what she didn't know is me and Palm Tree used to talk back in like the 10th grade. Me and Palm Tree used to talk. So I had hit Palm Tree up, and surprisingly, he had the same phone number that he had back when we was in 9th grade. And he was older than us, so he wasn't even in high school anymore. He was 19. And at this point in time, I was 16 going on 17. So I hit him up and I'm like, what's going on? BB told me hit you up. Why is you tripping? You cheating on her and this, that, and the third. Like, she a good girl. Don't be doing that shit to her. And he was like, nah, that shit the other way around. She was out there hoeing. So I started doing my own thing. He was like, she crazy. She the crazy one, not me. But he was telling me how he missed me and how he missed our friendship. And somehow we started talking on the phone every day again. Because that's what we used to do back when we was friends and back when we used to talk. But when we used to talk, it was very brief. Okay? It was very brief. But we ended up started talking on the phone again every day. And I wasn't interested in a relationship, but I was enjoying his company because, like I said, that was my friend. So he came over to kick it with me one night. And he asked me could he eat my pussy. So I was a virgin. Okay? And the only person who had ate my pussy before then was Braceface. And that shit was horrible. It hurt because he had braces. So I made it very clear that if we were going to do that, it was just going to be just that. Like, you ain't getting no pussy. And he was like, I don't know what it was, y'all. The man had an addiction to eating my pussy. Okay? Listen. That's just what it was. We grown, okay? The man had an addiction to eating my pussy. That's just what it was. So I let him do it. And he did it like maybe 4 or 5 times, over the summer, and that's just what it was. So he would come kick it and then he would eat my pussy. Yes. So he called me one day when he was at work, and he used to be a construction worker, and he was a manager. I don't know if he was a manager of the whole entire thing or if he was just a manager of a group of people, but he was like the supervisor. So he was on his lunch break, and I didn't know that he had the phone on speaker. So he called me and he was like, Nina. And I was like, what's up? He was like, I got a question for you. I was like, what's good? He was like, will you marry me? Now, mind you, he 19 and I'm 16. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, no. He said, what? I said, no. And he hung up the phone. So I'm trying to figure out why he's so mad and why did he hang the phone up. But like I said, I didn't know. He had the phone on speakerphone in front of all his damn coworkers. So I found that out later and I was like, I didn't know that. You shouldn't have did that. Why would you do that? And then who proposes to somebody over the phone? So after that happened and he realized that he didn't have a chance of being in a relationship with me, is when I noticed that he started changing. And he came over one time and he got dropped off by his homeboy. And he asked could he borrow the baking soda. I already knew what it was, okay? I already knew what it was. So I let him borrow it. He went back in the car with his homeboy. They was in there for a little minute. I'm like, okay, they doing whatever they need to do to, stretch it or whatever it is, And so then he came back. And so we kicked it. But he started acting emotional though. And we got into an argument. And he started throwing stuff in my face. Like how he was embarrassed in front of his coworkers because I didn't accept his proposal. And when I stopped talking to him and I got in a relationship with my ex, which is Braceface. Oh, he was pissed about Braceface. He was pissed about Lou too, but he was really pissed about Braceface because he thought because me and Lou had broke up, he was going to have a chance to be in a relationship with me. But I didn't know that's how the man was thinking. Okay, so he just, and I think he a Cancer, y'all. Okay, I think he's a Cancer. And it's like, that's why I'm like, me and Cancers, we just don't mesh, yo. It just don't work for us. So like I said, he was throwing stuff in my face, and I'm like, oh, so this is who you really are. So I stopped talking to him, because I was the fuck over it. Okay, I was the fuck over it. And also because I had went through his phone, and I found a contact named Wet Wet, and it wasn't my number. So yeah, I was super done, okay? I was super done. So I was like, yeah, I'm over that situation. That shit toxic. Fuck that. That nigga too old to be asking me to marry him anyway. Da 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 da. So I'm working my summer job or whatever, or just my job period, because I kept it when I went back to school. And I'm just focusing on working and having money for the school year, be able to pay senior dues, this, that, and the third. So one night I was sleeping because I had to get up to go to work. And back in the day, we used to have the little songs on the answer machine. So I had Sierra Like a Boy. Because I was still hurt over Braceface, to be quite honest with you. And that's why I didn't take Palm Tree serious. Because I'm like, I'm still trying to heal from that last situation. Like, I never had deep feelings for him. But he clearly had way deeper feelings for me. So I was sleeping one night and I woke up to get ready for work the next morning. And I have this voicemail. And I looked to see who called, and it's a number I don't know. So I go listen to the voicemail, and I could tell it was more than one bitch, but it was one bitch talking. But she changed her voice so I wouldn't know who the fuck it was. So that let me know it was somebody I knew, because they made their voice sound funny. And they was like, oh, you whack, you got that song on your voicemail, and you a hoe, and this, that, and the third. Come to find out, okay, Palm Tree, because he still, even though he was 19, he still stayed with his mama. And he had two little sisters who are both around my age, and we all go to school together with BB. And because him and BB had been dating since 9th, 10th grade off and on, she was cool with his sisters. So one time when I had called to speak to him, the sister picked up the phone, and because we have caller ID, they saw my last name on the caller ID, so they already knew who it was that was calling. So they was mad because they wanted him to get back with BB, and they mad because he talking to me. So apparently they had told BB that me and him was talking. So this bitch is mad. So I already knew who it was playing on my damn phone. Okay? I already knew who it was. They done told her everything. So like I told y'all, my next door neighbor, owns a landscaping company. And he has a cookout every 4th of July. So while I'm at the cookout, everybody, that was the best cookout he had. Everybody having a good ass time. We partying, the music bumping. He got to keep going to the store to go get crab legs. Like, we had a good time. He set off the fireworks. Like, this shit was dope, okay? So the entire neighborhood came out. So Mac used to stay around the corner. So clearly he heard the music and stuff. So he would come into the cookout. So he brought somebody with him to the cookout that I never met before. And then somebody we gonna call Bird. Now, Bird, Bird, fine than a motherfucker. Oh, good gracious, bodacious, fine than a motherfucker. Once again, somebody that is older than me, and he was in the military. So we was flirting and stuff, and then like we also would have dope intellectual conversations, and we would like laugh and be goofy with each other, and we was into a lot of the same shit. And he was like, "Yo, I fuck with you," but the problem is the man is 20 fucking 1, and I am 16, going on 17. And he was like, "Nah, I'ma wait till you turn 18, yo." He's like, "I'm not about to do that." When he found out how old I was, he was like, "Damn." I was like, "I know, but." So we always had this little crush, little flirtation thing going on with each other. So then the school year starts, and I found out I could still graduate on time. So I started going to class, and I started actually taking this serious. And I actually had ran into BB, and I'm thinking she don't know. And y'all, when I say this is the only time I have ever fucked somebody I considered a friend over. Now, granted, I know now that I'm grown, that really wasn't my friend. But back then in high school, I considered that girl my friend. And so that is the only time in life I have ever fucked a friend over. Because I do know I was wrong for what I did. But she also did not know me and that man used to talk, and we kind of just slipped back into that shit, and somehow his face just kind of fell into my pussy. Okay? Over and over again. Okay? Like, shit, I didn't mean for that shit to happen. And I actually did feel bad about it, because like I said, I'm not no grimy ass friend. And that is the only time I ever fucked a friend over. So, I seen her in the hallway, and I said, "What's up?" to her, and she was like, "Hey, bitch." And I was like, "Oh," but she said it in a joking way. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, bitch, that was you playing on my phone for sure." So I ain't fuck with her, and she ain't fuck with me the entire 12th grade school year. So then also I had a homegirl from downtown. I think I called her Niecy in the last video. That bitch turned on me, and then all my other downtown friends had dropped out because they had got pregnant. But I still had my new best friend though, which is I think I call her Lily. So I would hang out with her during lunch and stuff like that. So if you go back and watch the 11th grade couch talk, I talked about how these two dudes tried to throw me down a flight of steps, and how my homeboy Keith, who's also their homeboy, actually saved me from getting thrown down the steps, because he was really holding me up, and I was holding on to his jeans, and his knee was holding me up, but he also was holding me up with his hand too. So, once again, another fucking rumor breaks out about me. So, 9th grade year, they said I was a hoe. 10th grade year, because I lost weight, I was a crackhead. 11th grade year, because I had a jealous boyfriend. I started hanging out with more female friends, so they tried to say I was a dyke. So, this year, guess what they said? Oh, she's sucking dick in the bathroom. When I say I was the fuck over it, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck keeps spreading these rumors about me, but I should have known it was BB and them who spread rumors about me, because she was mad because she felt like I stole her boyfriend, but he was already over you though, boo-boo. He was already over you though, boo-boo. I mean, I ain't mean to play clean up woman, but that's what the fuck happens. Shit, I'm just keeping 100. Shit happens, okay? Shit happens. You live and you motherfucking learn. So, like I was saying, my homeboy Keith, I seen him in the hallway, and I'm all excited to see him. And he was popular. He was a football player. And I'm all excited to see him. I was like, "Hey, Keith." And I went and hugged him. And because he heard that rumor, he pushed me off him. When I say that shit hurt my feelings so bad, because I'm like, damn, that's my friend, yo. And my friend don't even want to fuck with me because of a fucking rumor. I was the fuck over it. So then I started trying to find out who the fuck spread the rumor. But all I was doing was spreading the rumor, trying to find out who spread the fucking rumor. So I never found out concrete for sure who did it. But I know it came from BB and her little camp over there. So me and her ended up having fourth block together. I think it was Earth Science, some shit like that. That class was so boring, but somehow, some way, I was still passing it. And yes, I was going to class. I wasn't skipping class. I was trying to work on my temper. I was trying to become a better person. It's like I understood you're about to be out in the real world. Get your shit together, okay? So she had a little homegirl, and I don't even remember her little homegirl name. The bitch is irrelevant. But they used to sit over there and talk about me. Half the damn class used to sit and fucking talk about me because they fucked with her and they knew she ain't fuck with me. So they over there talking about, oh, she thinks she can dress now because she got a job and this, that, and the third. I'm like, God, you can't live your fucking life for shit, bruh. So I hear bitches talking and shit because I'm seeing pencils and shit flying past me. I'm like, oh, bitches is throwing shit. Okay. One of them damn pencils hit me, it's going to be another fucking story. You could throw shit all day. But one of them fucking pencils hit me, it's going to be another fucking story. Lucky for her ass, none of them shits hit me. But then I hear bitches get to talking. They're like, oh, we going to jump her after class. We going to jump her after class. Bet! I took off my headband. I took off all my jewelry. Honey, okay, I put that shit up. I took my knife out my goddamn book bag and put that shit in my pocket and I tied my goddamn hair up. Shorty was ready to go. Okay, Shorty was do what you gotta do. Shorty was ready to go. Okay? So, the bell's about to ring and everybody lining up. I'm still sitting in the seat. Cause ain't no point in me going over there crowding around the goddamn door. So I'm still sitting in the seat. So the bell rang, and BB and her homegirl leave out the classroom. I get up, I come around the corner. I expect to come around the corner and get greeted by a fist or something, a bitch talking shit. I'm thinking, oh, when you go around this corner, bitch, it's game time. You gonna have to, thump your way up out of here. I go around the corner. And it was this gay boy that was walking beside me who actually used to try to bully me. Because he was, this is what I be talking about, y'all. This is what I be talking about when I say, watch your mouth. Make sure you say the right thing, okay? When I be saying that sometimes gay men be picking with females, and females do it too, and it's not right for either one of us to get up in in the other one's face, okay? But that boy used to pick with me, and I would try to stay out of fights because I know once I go off, that's it. And I knew I would get fucking expelled if I got in a real fight. Because I got in fights in high school. And they were real fights, but they were with dudes, though. But I was trying to avoid drama because I was trying to graduate. I was trying not to get suspended. I was trying to be a good girl, goddammit, okay? I was a good girl, but I would act up when it came to class. So I was trying to get my shit together. But anyways, the gay boy was walking beside me, though. And I said, oh. Because I see BB and her homegirl. They hauling ass down the hallway. And BB keep looking back to see where I'm at. And I'm looking her dead in her face the whole time. And when she would turn around, I'd be staring at her in the back of her head. She turned right back around. I'm looking right at her face. And she start walking faster. I said, I thought I was supposed to be getting jumped. I said it out loud. He said, oh shit, you knew about that? I said, yeah, I knew about that. That's what the fuck she running for. He said, apparently she don't want to fight. Apparently she don't, okay? Apparently she don't, because I was ready to fucking fight. So she must have seen me put that goddamn knife in my pocket. Because I was ready to go, because I took off all my jewelry, and they was looking at me take my jewelry off. Oh, Shorty was ready to go. So it got to the point where I started getting tired of going to school. And I knew that shit was coming. Because I was bored with schoolwork, even though I was still going to class. So I ended up dropping out. But I was still taking night school classes, because that's the only way I could graduate on time, is if I took night school classes. So because I paid for the night school classes out of my pocket, I decided to keep going to night school. Now, I ended up dropping out of school, and also around the same time I dropped out of school, I also quit my job. Because that job was so stressful. Like, I remember one time, this lady tried to buck on me, and I almost lost my job. Because she was mad I took too long to come open up the fitting rooms. And she was like, I'm about to go to jail. I said, for what? She said, because I'm about to beat your ass. I said, well, beat it then, bitch. And me and her just started going back and forth. And it was this old lady. She was like, baby, don't go back and forth with her. Go get your manager. And, like, I was running half that damn store by myself. I was so stressed out, y'all. Like, I was stressed out with school. I was stressed out with work. I was stressed out with my living environment. And I fucking crashed. Like, I didn't have time for myself. I was depressed. I couldn't think straight. Like, I was fucking going through it. And I fucking crashed. And I dropped out of high school and I quit my job at the same time. So, like I said, I was still going to night school, though. So it was this guy in my night school class that we're gonna call Qua. Okay, we're gonna call Qua. Once again, he was older. He was 18. Qua worked at a car dealership. He had his own car, but he went to another school because a night school, people from different cities can go to whatever night school they want to, basically. So he went to high school in another city, but everybody trying to graduate on time. That's why we there. Okay, that's why we there. So he ended up liking me. Now, Quad, even though he was 18, he looked like a fucking 30-year-old. Okay, he had a full beard and everything. So he liked me, and he was like, Nina, I want to take you on a date. He was like, and you get one of your homegirls to come. He was like, I got a cousin with dreads that look like Chris Brown. I was like, yeah, right. Come to find out, this nigga really did look like Chris Brown with dreadlocks. I couldn't believe that shit. So he's sitting there telling me about this date he want to take me and my cousin on. Cause I was like, I'll take my cousin Bria with me. Because at the point in time, I think she had just moved out, but me and her were cool when she moved out. And I was like, yeah, I got somebody I could take on a double date with me. And by the way, Bria loves Chris Brown. She was like, he look like Chris Brown with dreadlocks. She was like, ooh. Okay. So she was ready to go. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to come get y'all Friday. He was like, I'm going to come get y'all at 9 p.m. He was like, we going to ride the ferry. And then we going to go to the Cheesecake Factory. And then we're going to walk the beach afterwards. I'm like, oh, this is a bomb-ass day. Okay, yes, my type date. Okay, that is really my type of date. So I'm like, I bet. So it's Friday night. We getting ready. We cute. It's 8:30. Well, it was 8 o'clock, and I hadn't heard from her. And Bria was like, oh, hell no. So she was like, give me your phone. So she started blowing his phone up because she like, he's not about to stand us up. And that's exactly what he was about to do. But Bria blew his phone up so damn much that the man had no choice but to come get us. He was pissed he had to come get us because they wanted to go to a party that they didn't know was going to be Friday night. And he forgot all about the date. So Bria made him come get us. So he come and his cousin comes to the door. And then somebody else comes to the door. So he done brought his little brother with him. Who, by the way, is super duper cute. And he's actually my age. Well, I think he was like a year or two younger than me. And I'm like, well, damn, I wish I would have met your brother first. I wish I would have met your brother first. Because your brother is cool and you an asshole. So he was like, fine, let's go on the date or whatever. So my mama have him come in, and my mama actually made that boy give her his ID because she was like, you look older than 18. She was like, Nita, who's this grown ass man coming to pick you up? I said, Ma, he 18. I told you 18. And at that point in time, I was 17, so I could date an 18-year-old. So she had to check the man ID to make sure he was really 18 because he looked 30. And she was like, all right, enjoy y'all date. I lied to y'all not. I looked at the clock when we was walking out the house. It was 9 p.m. on the dot. We get in the car. The entire time we're on the date, all he's doing is joking on me. Because he was trying... I didn't realize it then. Because I'm like, why would he ask me on a date and to be an asshole to me on the date the entire time? Be joking on me and complaining about me and shit. And come to find out, he wanted to make the date a bad date so he could drop me off so he could go to the fucking party. The party was more important. I was like, fuck it, go to your little funky ass party. Because we didn't go on none of the shit that he said we was going to do. We legit went downtown and didn't even get on the ferry. We looked at other people get on the ferry and he's sitting there joking me the whole time and joking other people. He dropped us back off. I lied to you not. I looked at the clock when I walked in the house. It was fucking 9:50 p.m. We went on a 50-minute date, bruh. And all we did was go look at people get on the ferry so he could go to the fucking party. I was the fuck over it. We went back to night school. He trying to talk to me. I'm good. Nah, I'm straight. And then he gets mad because I don't want to kiss him. Why would I kiss you and you fucking blew me off for a fucking party? This man gonna grab my face and try to kiss me, so I tucked my lips in. So he got mad because I tucked my lips in, so he licked my entire face, bro. I was pissed. And he got a big, thick ass tongue. He licked the entire side of my face. I was the fuck over it. And it's like, I didn't realize the pattern then, but I keep choosing possessive people to date. And that comes from needing to heal my inner child from my father. So also because I dropped out of high school and I didn't have a job, My mom, I guess she was trying to figure out a way to try to get me back in high school. So she told me basically I had to do chores every day. And when I say I had to do chores every day, I'm talking she had a Cinderella list of chores. Like scrub the floor on your hands and knees with a hand brush. You got to wash the windows, do the dishes. You got to vacuum. You got to dust. You got to clean the bathroom. You got to do the laundry. Like the lady won't playing with me, okay? She was trying to get me to go back to school, but that shit won't work. And I said, I'd rather be here doing this than be in fucking school. Shit. So, because I would do my chores, and then after I was done doing my chores, all I would do was write songs. That's all I would do was write songs and poetry all day. It was me releasing and me healing because I was going through so much, and I didn't realize I was going through so much. I didn't even realize I was depressed at that age. So, y'all, there's a part that I'm actually going to have to leave out because it's actually more important in another couch talk that I'm going to do for y'all in the very near future. But it's juicy, okay? But basically, I ended up moving back to my hometown because we had to move. And I ended up moving back to my hometown for 3 weeks. And I stayed with my grandfather on my dad's side. And that time was interesting. But I'll probably go into more detail about that in the other couch talk as well. But basically, when we moved back to the city I just moved from, we moved to where I legit just moved from. Like the apartments I just moved from. I found those apartments when I was 17 years old because we needed somewhere to stay. So I ended up getting zoned for another high school. And when I moved into these apartments, it was actually the beginning of me going through my spiritual awakening. I ended up going to the rival high school to the high school I just came from because, like I said, I was owned to go to that high school. And I went there for probably a month and I hated it. I hated it more than I hated the other high school. I was super bored. I didn't know nobody there but CC. But me and CC didn't have none of the same classes. We didn't have the same lunch. So it was like I didn't even get to see her. But she was so excited we was going to the same school. I got to see her, I think, one time. And that was like around our birthday. And she was so excited to see me. She ran up to me screaming and yelling and stuff. So excited to see me. I actually saw her another time in school. I just so happened to be going to lunch and I went in the bathroom and she in the bathroom smoking a cigarette with some other girls. I'm like, girl, you in here. There ain't no way out of this bathroom. Like, this is not smart, okay? This is not smart at all. But, yeah, so basically it was like I had no friends at the new high school I was at. And then everybody's talking about me because I won't open up my mouth and speak. But then I'm walking around with these beads and stuff on it. It's like, oh, you from Jamaica and this, that, and the third. Just because you see me with some colored beads on, that mean I'm from Jamaica though. They didn't know what I was. They really thought I was Jamaican because I would not speak. Like, I was quiet as fuck. I didn't say shit to nobody. The teacher, nobody. I would show up and do my work and then I would go to sleep. And it got to the point where I started getting bored, so I dropped out of high school again. So, y'all, I'm actually going to finish the rest of this couch talk, like I said, in another couch talk that I have, because it's more important over there in that couch talk, even though I'm not done with my high school story just yet. I'm very close to done with it, though. But, like I said, it's more important in another couch talk, because it makes more sense over there. So, I appreciate y'all for watching. I hope that y'all learn more about me as a person from these high school couch talks. It was very important for me to do this because this really affected the way that I socialize with people, how I feel about myself, and how I feel about interacting with people as well. And it really damaged me a lot. I didn't realize how much I went through until I started, I knew I went through a lot, but until I started sitting down, writing down the details for these couch talks, I was like, damn, I forgot about this and I forgot about that. And damn, I remember how that made me feel. And then some shit hit deeper than what I thought it was going to hit. So this was really, really good for my healing. But I wanted to make high school about the inner child rather than my parents or the other part of my childhood that y'all already know, to show y'all how this affected me and how this actually made me antisocial, because this was the start of me becoming antisocial, and it really down spiraled into decades and decades of torture, to be quite honest with you. But I also realized in order for me to move forward in life, and in order for me to live in the present and fully enjoy the present, I have to make peace with my past. And like I told y'all in that reading, I refuse to let my trauma stop me from living my life any further. So, alright, babies, I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. I love you, babies. I hope y'all enjoy this, what is it called, y'all? Basically, I hope y'all enjoyed the high school couch talks, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm so glad to be done with them, to be able to make peace with this shit so I can let it go and live a lot lighter than what I have been living. Make sure that you're also doing your spiritual work and that you're doing your healing. And if it's something from high school that you need to go back and heal, baby, go back and heal it so you can live your life to the fullest as well. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Love you, babies. Mwah.